G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for part 3 of my Aether Spellbinder playthrough. Currently playing as pets. Once we get to Homestead, we'll be swapping to Albrecht's Aether Ray, but until then, we have some decently strong skelly boys here. Now, at the end of last episode, I picked up a second Warden's Judgment here, so I've now got 2 of those, dual-wielding them for an additional skeleton each, as well as a bunch of Aether damage being added to Iskandra's Elemental Exchange, a bunch of attack speed also being added to that same skill, and then over here we've got crit and offensive ability added to Iskandra's, and wouldn't you know it, we've got 2 points actually in Iskandra's Elemental Exchange, adding 110 flat elemental damage and 82% increased, which, when you compare it to Will of the Crypt here, that's a lot of flat damage. So we should be walking through things relatively easily. We will, however, still have squishy skeletons because they don't have any resistances, but it should be fine. So we were up to Twin Falls on this character. Before we do that though, we have to talk to Stephen Skinner and accept the ring. Now, do I need a ring? I don't really need a ring. Resistances on this are kind of okay, but not amazing, and the health would be nice, but also not really required. So I'm just going to not use that for now. And instead, let's get straight into this. Now, in Twin Falls, we will indeed be getting a devotion point. Speaking of, nope, already spent them all. Skill points all spent. Stats, I'm going to hang on to a lot of these stats, just so as if I need them when I do the transition to Albrecht's Aether Ray, I can use them then. And if I don't need them, I will probably still use them then, because, well, I'm going to need more energy if nothing else. So, the good thing about playing a Necromancer with access to even just 1 point in Spectral Wrath is all these shiny damage procs, all these shiny damage procs, like this Aether Lightning here. Whenever I get shot, it has a chance to trigger all of those. So you really do want to be scouting with your face here. As long as you're not getting killed, as long as you're not taking dangerous levels of damage, it'll be fine. So let's pick up this quest here. Head down here. I do want to check for the little lecterns here that'll give us the quest item. Not there this time, so mine is going to be over here. There it is there. So 3 locations where this can spawn, one where I am here, one just here in this little circle, one up here next to a potential totem. So here's our devotion, and the next thing we're kind of going for is, well, it's complicated. Okay, so ideally I want the Widow. To get the Widow I need 3 more green. And the way I'm going to get that 3 green is by taking Behemoth down here. So that's going to give me 2 red and 3 green. But I can't actually take this until I've got 3 more red and 4 green. So I'm going to take the Jackal. And do I actually need... I need another green. Yeah, so 1 point in green here, and then the Jackal. So that's the plan. So I'll actually have to go 1 point red, take the Jackal, swap that over to green, and then we'll be good for Behemoth. Probably should have done that little waffling there while the bony boys were fighting all this, but it is what it is. So not really looking for any particular monster infrequent items through this section. Most of the pet stuff is either in Act 1 or 3 or 4, depending on how you look at it. So we're going to run through here relatively quickly. We will obviously be killing Laudos Fagra, Nomos Dread, and Ravina Kerr, but I'm not really worried about that being particularly difficult. And like I said, don't need any of the MIs, so we're just gonna kind of do it, and it's gonna be fine. We can largely skip these. I do want to make sure that priest dies before we aggro the boss, and I don't really want to be standing in glowing circles. It's usually not a good idea. Okay, so quest complete. There we go. If you find one outside, you only need to find two inside, and then you get a blueprint and a lore note to read. A little bit of XP. Alright, so first up we have a Nomos Dread here. Now, before anything else, I do want to kill all the priests. If this guy up here wanders on over, then I'm going to sick all of the pets onto him. And otherwise we'll just kill Nomos Dread. There he goes. Spectral Longsword, Witch Stalker, none of this stuff is actually being picked up while I spam the R button. None of this stuff is going to be particularly good. I am definitely on the lookout for one more item with +2 to skeletons. Ideally, I kind of want a medal or a ring. So that would be very nice. That would take me to 26 out of 16 on the skeletons. That is the hard cap, and would basically mean it's going to be very hard for me to get much more in the way of damage out of them. Okay. We'll get a few more points into the Blight Fiend. I'll probably take him up to, I don't know, maybe, I was going to say 5 or 6, but he's already at 5, so maybe we look at getting some more points in Iskandra's. See how we go. Alright, let's grab Minova's quest here, and we'll head on over this way, grab the Rift Gate, and go back to the rift that I dropped, without really making a big song and dance out of it this time. But I dropped a rift back here at the door. Any second now. It's quite a long loading screen. Anyway, I dropped a rift back there just before I left, so we can just come back here. And hopefully the treasure trove will be just here, save me having to look for it later. Obviously, if it's not there, then I'll have to find it anyway. Now, this one is not of kings. Okay, and treasure trove's not here, which... oh, well, it is what it is. So yeah, I was kind of hoping for an of kings proc there, which would be very, very useful indeed. The of kings proc actually applies all the buffs. I think it's total speed from memory. And it's applied to your pets as well, so very nice. Great thing about playing a pet necro with the skellies is you can just kind of walk through here and a lot of stuff is going to die behind you. Unfortunately, not really having the damage anymore that you used to have, but it is what it is. Treasure trove, or the totem here, is not here, so have to go and get that. There it is there. I think that's going to be on the other side of the bridge down here. Anyway, here is my good friend Laudos Vagra. We do need to kill the priests first. I think most of them are under control, except for old mate here. So we kill him. Skellies are in fact being killed, which is annoying. But that's alright, we'll just keep resummoning them. He's already dead. There we go. Lovely. Just keep the bony boys coming. There they are. They are invincible while they're dragging themselves out of the ground, so you can get a little bit of pseudo-tanking out of them if you summon them in front of the enemies. They can kind of intercept some arrows or something while they're immune. But, not really a huge advantage, but hey, it's an advantage, right? Okay, let's get everyone out of, well, I would like to get everyone out of that Aether goop, but apparently they're all dead, so it's a little hard now. Mistwalker leggings there could be good. Incorruptible demonic, decent for resistances. We've already got one of these. But this pair is better, just. Also kind of doesn't matter, so it's a couple % extra on elemental there. I don't think it's worth going back to town to swap that over, but maybe if I'm in the area. Alright, so all we've got left is Ravina Kerr. Words once again being hard. And then we are going to head downstairs. I'm going to kill Kilrian. Now, I've got plenty of Vitality resist this time, and the Skellies also will have plenty of vitality resist. Yeah, here's the of Kings. That battle cry proc, all damage and total speed applied to your allies as well, is very, very nice. Fortunately, I can't really wear those pants. But, yeah, it would be nice. Alright, here's Rowena Kerr. Now, if you've got any kind of priests in the area, make sure they die first. Otherwise, she'll just keep getting healed and she'll never actually die, and eventually your pets will die. Also, just after you kill her, come down here, because if, like me, you haven't found your treasure trove, it is potentially in this little section here. Now, mine is obviously not, but that's fine. It means there's only one more place I know of that it can be, and that's over here by the door. Just try and get them to kill that priest. There we go. Down here. Now the treasure trove should be... it's not here. Okay, this means I missed one of the spots, so probably over here, I think, right in the middle of that section is another spot, but that's fine. I'm not going to go looking for it. I do like the loot, but it's kind of not really worth going looking for. No big skeletal monstrosities here. There's unusual. Usually there's at least one or two. Maybe I'm here a little bit low level, but I didn't think so. Okay. So, how do you fight Kilrian on a pet character? Well, the first thing you do is you just kill him. That's kind of it. You just kill him and then he dies and you win. Oh, nope. Nope, not quite. I had a feeling that was going to happen. If your pets are standing in that group, they will just absolutely melt. But that is what it is. We just resummon them and we go again. Alright, so we've got a devotion point, we've got a level up, and we have a two-handed axe. A one-handed axe. With +2 to Blight Fiend. Not using that. Oh, here's my treasure trove. I didn't know this could spawn here. There you go. Today I learned. How about that? Right, so 3 extra points here. Now, I probably should put them into Iskandra's here. Just for, I mean, even more elemental damage. I think that's what I'm going to do. But the other thing I could do is I could put more points into Summon Blightfiend. And actually, this is probably what I should do. Or a few more points in Spectral Binding, because having more health is always a good thing. Decisions. Let's get more damage. What could possibly go wrong? Also, we are going for the Jackal now, so 1 point in red. And apparently I missed a point there. At some point. Point. Right, we are done. So, out to the Broken Hills. And we got a little bit of a run. There will be a Devotion Shrine out here. There will also be, what's her name, Lutra. I have to kill Lutra. Place your bets now as to whether or not I actually kill her, or if I run past the area and completely forget her until later. Either one could happen, actually. I definitely could completely just walk past her. Shouldn't, but, you know, past experience tells me there's a decent chance. Although now that I'm talking about it, pretty good chance I'm gonna do it properly. Okay, here is, well, I didn't even get to read the name, so the damage on the pets is really starting to stack up. It's going to be a shame when I have to ditch them in favor of glowing green crystal that shoots a laser. Alright, so here's Lutra. I did indeed remember, so everybody who said I didn't remember, take a drink. Obviously, tea or coffee or just a glass of water. No alcohol. Alright, here's my free, basically free, devotion point. Apparently my inventory is full, so I guess we'll go sell some things. Now, from memory, there's nothing in my inventory that I care about aside from this stuff here and that helmet, so I think we can I actually do want to wear those pants. I don't know that I'm going to be able to. Those pants actually look pretty good. Let's chuck those on. What do we got for shoulders here? Elemental converted to Aether. Yeah, those are pretty good. What was that Kilrian's stick there? So, we got Aether percent. Nah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Ring. Mage Storm of Scorching. I think the rings are fine as well. What about you? Nope. Yeah, definitely not. Why would I want pet things? Actually, that's a good point. It's not technically a pet thing, I guess. Wild Caller. Yeah. No, that's fine. So we now have the pet buff, or the everything buff here on the pants. And I'm thinking I don't really need the silk swatch, so I'm going to put a scaled hide there. The other thing I'm thinking is that's another +2 to Iskandra's, but 15% armor on Maven Sphere. Well, we don't have that Maven Sphere yet. We do have Spectral Binding, so that is 6% Phys Res. It's actually kind of hard to swap, to be honest. That's alright, we'll leave it for now. I do want another scaled hide, though. So we can pick that up right now. There we go. So armor absorption, 98%. Not quite 100, but it's pretty good. There we go. Now we'll head back to where we were. We've already got the devotion point, so 6% total speed. Actually not very good for us at the moment. Will be much better when we start doing our own dirty work, but while we've got the pets, it's not so great. Run speed, move speed, attack speed, cast speed only applies to us, so pets don't really get anything out of it. Alright. I think we're going to beeline straight for the Aether Cow. And hopefully, how are we doing? Only 15 minutes. Yeah, we should be able to get there pretty easily. Kill it a few times. Maybe just get something with at least some Aether damage. And then maybe make the swap to Albrecht's Aether Ray a little bit early. Maybe towards the end of the episode. So, Corrupted here. All that Aether goop on the floor, you hate to see it. Let's get everybody out of that. Even with decent Aether resistances, that goop on the floor is just absolute murder. Okay, we're into the Smuggler's Pass, and unlike the Reaper, we don't need anything from here. Mistborn Talisman? What for? I don't need a default attack replacer. So, we just walk through here like we own the place, and that's it. We just leave. Voldrak will go down pretty quickly, I think. I'm not going to stop moving, so I shouldn't get netted. We could even give that totem a shot, actually. Since we have all these pets to hide behind, it should be no problem. Just do a quick run around here to kill off as many of these Mistborn whatevers. Okay, all the pets are healthy. Gimme loot, go. Scarprax is down. These guys here, these are the ones you want to be careful of. Because if they start throwing rocks around, you may be in trouble. Totem cleaned. There's Troll Bone Crusher. That would also be quite nice for that Reaper. Anyway. More pants. This game really likes giving me pants at the moment. So, Aether Fire Protection, not bad. I'm probably just going to use my rings to fix resistances for a little while. So, probably not too fussed about, what was that, like 7% Aether damage, something like that. Alright, let's get everybody over here, so they can all stand in the same AoE. But look how fast he dies. Absolutely shredded. Okay, we picked up Corruption, which honestly, who cares? But hey, it's another blueprint I don't have to worry about later. And then we just walk through here, again, pretty much exactly like we own the place, and head out the door. And we can get through here just as quickly. Only the one troll out here, which is surprising. Usually, I would have said there was usually a couple, but then I needed to kill them for one of my characters, and they suddenly just didn't exist. Okay. Well, if it isn't Steven Seagal, how can I help you? We are going to Homestead, and we will find Dahlia. Sorry, mate, she's dead, but I'll go and click on her corpse and take any loot she may have had, and then I'll tell you all about it when I'm done. So, Mountain Deeps. Chance for a totem in here. There is more than a chance of a whole bunch of trolls throwing vitality damage at you. Guaranteed treasure trove, which is nice. Icrix, unfortunately, is not here today. Neither is my totem, so no totem. Treasure trove spawn here. Didn't, so that's unfortunate. The other thing I was thinking about, I'm not going to do this, but it might be an idea for a future build, is Vitality Necromancer, and then the +1 to Arcanist amulet actually converts devastation to vitality damage. So Vitality Spellbinder? Seems like it could be good. Is it this one? No, that's Bone Harvest. I think it's a Bone Spike. This one here is Ravenous Earth. Yeah. Ravenous Earth, easily the best vitality damage spell in the game. Easily. Or at least, I think it's the best. Let's not Jimmy any Russells today. Alright, free devotion point. Again, we just stand back and let the pets kill everything. Lost 2 skellies, who cares? I just summoned some more. +1 devotion point. We are going into the Jackal. So next point, or next time I'm in town, I'll take this one out, put it over here. Or more likely, I'll put it into the start of the Ghoul, or the Behemoth, sorry, not the Ghoul. Getting Giant's Blood online is pretty important, I would say. Definitely want to get that. Let's get some more skellies on the go as well. Alright, still looking for Icrix, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be kind of over here-ish. But he's being a little bit shy today. He may be over by... Yeah, here he is. I'm going to say he may be over there by that last treasure trove spawn. Yep, here he is. So treasure trove can spawn sort of along this top wall here as well. Eldritch Vampiric Bone Wall. And a bunch of goop on the floor. Hey, there's a medal with caged souls on it. So that's my +2 additional skeleton levels. Unfortunately, it comes a little bit too late. By level 32, I will probably be Albrecht's Aether Raying. But it was a nice thought. It's a very nice thought. Just a shame it's not going to happen. Battlecry here as well. This could be good. Bleeding res, I kind of do need the bleeding res, so that's alright. Skellies are all dead again, so that's fun. And I see a lot of peasants here, so they're going to die pretty quickly as well. Alright, like I said, we are going to beeline straight for the Aether Cow, which means I'm skipping Pine Barrens. It means I'm skipping the Insect Den, and we're just going to go straight out there, raid the barn, take out the cow, and see what drops. And probably do that a couple of times, just to, well, see what drops, really. So none of you guys have stars above your head, which means you're not really made out of reputation, even though you kind of are. So we're just going to walk straight past all of you, and head up to... Whoop, that's a dead end. Head up to Homestead. It is a little bit unusual not to see any heroes on the way. But it does make for a much faster run, I guess. Alright, let's clear the area a little bit. At least a little bit. And then we'll take out Nazagrad the Fallen, and then Old Mate who's going to come through the rift. There he is, Harath the Slaughterer. He appears to be getting slaughtered. There we go. Okay. Deathrite handguards? Nope, it's vitality stuff. Okay, cool. Well, we made it. I guess that means we actually have to go back to Dead Man's Gulch, collect Steven Seagal, and tell Colin that his sister is dead. R.I.P. How doomed are we? No, you're pretty much okay. I mean, at least for now. Okay, quest turn in a clock. Do I have... no, I'm already wearing them. Okay, cool. I understand. Absolutely. I will clear out your infestation, for sure. Do you have any resistance potions? I mean, yes, but they're not the ones that I want. So, you can go ahead and keep those. Also, I'm just going to do a search there for Aether damage, and if something comes up that's, you know, a decent amount of Aether damage, I might buy it back. Nope, nothing good. Actually, you can have that, you can have that. Probably should sell him this one as well. It's only 1% more Aether res than the Ascended cask I have, so yeah, you can have that as well. What about you? Menacing of Corrosion, you can have that. Dreadlords of Mending. This one I think I'm going to swap in once. I don't need the two to skeletons. So, we're looking good. Bunch of free XP, and we talked to Albrecht. Alright, Captain Soma here. Where do you need me? Yep, absolutely. I will find the Aether Cow. And I will get rid of it. Okay, I am going to still do most of the quests out here on the way through. The easy ones, obviously, are killing all these eggs. And after we killed the eggs, we can skip the insect den. That's fine. Alright, 3 more eggs over here, so that's what, 5, 6, and 7. Level 29. Honestly, I don't think it really matters. Here we go. Take a whole bunch of extra points in there. 307 flat elemental damage. Okay. That's a little bit silly. That's alright. I don't mind having extra damage. And there we go. Alright, eggs are done. So someone put the toast on. Put the eggs on the toast, and nice breakfast. This is Dayla's Diary, so this will start the Dayla Thornsbury quest. Which is kind of irrelevant in normal. Oh, it's free XP, I guess. Not such a big deal, though. In Ultimate, definitely more useful. Okay. Devotion Point. Let's go ahead and chuck that in green. That will open up the behemoth here. And in 2 more points, I'll actually have to go and pull that point out. Now I'm checking here for the body. Body is not here, so we'll go check in here. At the bottom of the bed. Body is not here either, so there's only 2 places left where it could be. If we head directly south here, we'll find one of those places. Just here. Looks like that is indeed the body. So we'll go ahead and pop that up, grab the quest item, and we'll be on our way. Probably not the best idea to run through all that Aether goop, but don't care. We can get through it pretty quickly. There's no risk of death. Alright. I do want to get my free Blood of Chthon, so let's head down there. I'm also watching my level. There's actually no advantage to getting to the Aether Cow before about 32 or 34. I forget what level the actual drop is, but I think it's 34. Maybe even 35 is the point at which you can actually use it. But I definitely want to kill it a few times. Alright, everybody can just relax forever. Alright, time to free this demon from being trapped inside the little girl. Always just take the bottom option until you get the choice to call her a deceiver and attack. And then we just kind of wait over here and the pets will just deal with it. Pick up Revenant's Edge, resummon the boys who died, and be on our way. Free Blood of Chthon in hand. Should have played Vitality. Anyway, that's alright. Time for another character. Vitality caster. I've been threatening to do it for a while, so I probably should actually get around to making one. But not yet. Not yet. There's actually a large number of characters that I've been threatening to make for a while that I should make. Unfortunately, there's only so many hours in the day. Okay, I do see that totem there, and I'm going nowhere near it, because ancient Aether totems at this point in the game are very, very scary, and I want nothing to do with that, so we're just going to walk straight past it. I am going to skip the insect hive for now. But we will go and get the Valscorn legs here. That's pretty nice. And now we beeline for the Aether Cow. So, I don't think I want to use those anyway. Yeah, that's fine. So the Abomination, the Ethereal Abomination, I'm not actually expecting any issues with it pretty much at all. Once we get into its little area, any pets that are dead I'll resummon, we'll clear out the area, and then it's going to die so fast that I don't think it'll even get to use its Sundering ability. At least that's the plan. That's what I'm expecting to happen. It may not actually happen, but that is the expectation. Alright, so we're close now. As long as we don't stand in the Aether group, we should be fine. Might even hit 30 before the Aether Cow. I definitely will. And if I don't, then I'm going to go find some stuff to kill to make sure it happens. Looks like we're good. Okay, we can just run up the side of the barn. Everyone will teleport back to us. Now, level 30, we may as well max that out. And we'll get a slightly stronger Blight Fiend. Alright, let's go ahead and kill him. Ooh, actually, those meteors are hitting the roof. Nah, still didn't get to use this Sunder. Okay, Aether Fire, Pulsing Shard of the Aether, that's pretty good. That's kind of what I was expecting would be the one that I settled on, and it's dropped first try, so I'm just gonna take it. Yep, that's me done. That's, yep, happy with that. Let's head back to DC. Do a little bit of the old, selling here. There we go. I should probably hang on to that just in case. It's very unlikely that I'm going to use it, but, you know, maybe. It might need a Mistborn Talisman for a different relic later. That's fine. Right. Let's chuck you in there. So 32 is when I can use that. I think I was hanging on to this stuff for use around then as well. That one too. And the rest of this can go. We'll talk to Sedina here. Red, definitely go. 6 blue. Do I need 6 blue? That's not what I want. This one, 4 blue. And 4 down here, we need only 4 blue. Okay, so we can pick that one out as well. Alright, 1, 2, and I guess when we get down into the caves for the insects, that's going to be our proc. Done. Easy. Right, back to the rotting croplands. And we'll go do the insects. 32 seems like a good level to actually make the swap, so that may end up being next episode. But very soon we'll be done with the pets, and all the pet haters can rest at ease. I don't know what it is about this game. There's no other ARPG I've ever played has had the number of people who just hate pets that Grim Dawn seems to have attracted. But hey, to each their own, right? Ooh, I see you there, Brew Fiend. There he goes. Lost one of the bony boys, so we'll just resummon some more. Great thing about skeletons, as long as you don't lose them too fast, it doesn't really matter if you do lose them. It's only when they all die that it's a problem. And don't get me wrong, that does happen. For example, Kilrian killed them all because they were standing in the goop. But it doesn't happen super often. Alright, should have gone down there actually. That's alright, I'll go back there. It's just the Exalted Stash that can spawn in that first section. This little part here is because of Gollus. If you want Gollus rings, Gollus lives here. I'm not really interested in the Gollus rings, but I am interested in the Devotion Shrine that's here. And I probably will kill Gollus as well. Nothing personal, he's just kind of there and, well, you know. 2 mages left. This guy's, yep, there he goes. Melting in the acid. And that one. Lovely. Don't run into it, you idiot. It's like playing with oxygen not included's duplicates for pets. They just do the dumbest thing. Swear half the time they're trying to get themselves killed. Alright, did we get any good weapons? Probably not. We've got the Black Legion faction weapon. There's an Aether dagger from the Black Legion, which could be useful. Anywho, hi Gollus. Here he is, Gollus the Deep Dweller. Actually does a respectable amount of damage, so you do have to be careful with him. There we go. Alright, that is the proc. I should have put this in before I fought Gollus, but anyway. That's the proc on Behemoth there. So this is a heal with a bunch of regen. Good stuff. Good stuff. So I'm going to finish that devotion, and then that should open up the Widow, which is going to be the resistance reduction that I want. And so we'll take that. Alright, back the way we came, through here, around here, and back up. Go past the cow. I will go back and just check in here for the Exalted Stash. Not the end of the world if it isn't here, and honestly I probably could skip it. But hey, it's loot. We're playing a looter game. It's not here anyway. Literally doesn't matter. Hiveguard Anoxus gets to live this time. I'm not going to go over there and kind of hunt him down. He'll be okay without me. No problems. Grand Vizier Lozakal, though. He's got to go. And then the other Grand Vizier, whose name I don't remember, also has to go. Got a pretty impressive supply of mages there, actually. Okay, Grand Vizier number 2. Here he is. In exile. So we'll just get all the boys up here. In exile will go down pretty quickly, and we can grab his pheromones and go on down. Now, I'm not expecting any issues with the queen either, but you never know. So we'll just clear the area as normal, at least a little bit. There is also the Exalted Stash in the top left corner, which I'll probably grab. So the Swarm Queen Ravna, you can see her up there in the corner. Hopefully she's happy to sort of relax and wait. She stuck herself to a wall, so she can't really do much about it either way. Alright. There's the Exalted Stash. Unfortunately, Golem Fist Gavel is really not very helpful. It's not very helpful at all. Let's get a new Blight Fiend and just wait for a second here for cooldown. That's probably enough. Okay. We're going to have the pets stand behind me. I'm going to stand in melee. So they of course stood right in that. I'm pretty sure I told them to go there too. Oh well. We'll just resummon them. I can tank this, at least for a little while. They're all standing in the group again, aren't they? Yep. So we're going to go into this fight with less than a full army. But it's still, I mean, it's going to be fine. She'll still die pretty quickly. I wonder if she'll even get to... Yep, she will. Let's bring everybody over here. Alright, there we go, she's dead. Cool. Blueprint Adept's Grips. Not a bad pair of gloves, actually. I may end up using those at 32. We're not there yet, however. We are done on this side, though. So I guess we'll go do a bunch of quest turn-ins now. And maybe I shouldn't have been so quick to try and get here, because now that I'm here, I've got the Aether Shard that I thought I would be spending a lot of time farming, and I don't have the levels to use it. Well, not quite, anyway. What about Devil's Crossing? Doesn't care about Devil's Crossing. Understandable, really. What are you? Arcane Blaze. Absolutely, I want that. Right, so... of the Arcane Blaze is the Aether Missiles on attack proc, which is really, really good. If you can get enough of these, I think it's maybe 5 items with this on it, you can actually set up a self-sustaining damage proc chain, where this one will trigger the next one, will trigger the next one, will trigger the next one, and you just have this never-ending cascade of Aether damage, and it's really pretty, but also it kind of is effective, at least until later. So Void Touched is completely worthless, but of the Arcane Blaze is pretty good. One way you can get enough of those is you can just bounce between merchants and look for Arcane or Aether damage or something like that. You will find them, it just might take you a while, and honestly it's probably not worth the time at this level. So, I will rescue your prisoners for sure. Let's go talk to Olgrim. And we are joining Death's Vigil because we don't really have a choice at all. Alright. Yeah, we'll take a few more points in the Deddy Bear. And I am actually going to go and do the weapons, the cannons. Now, I usually say you shouldn't do this this quest because it's very dangerous, and that's quite true. However, I need about half a level, which is... yeah. It's not enough to justify going into Pine Barrens, because Pine Barrens is obviously going to give you a lot more than just half a level. So we'll come out here, we'll get this Devotion Shrine. Might even... how's our dynamite supply? 4 dynamite. I was going to say I might even dip into Port Valbury, but I don't think I will. Nobody actually enjoys Port Valbury, although I do need the belt from there, so I will have to do it at some point. Not yet, though. Not yet. Pet's absolutely taking a beating in here. I thought their Aether resistance was pretty good. Maybe it's not the Aether damage that's killing them. Alright, we can just duck around here. Ignore all these idiots. Probably should kill this crystal, so maybe we'll wait for the pets to catch up. Alright, 1 Aether crystal formation later. There we go. And fight our way through here. The boss at the end here, he does have an Exalted Stash, and I think the Devotion Shrine is there now. I think 1.2 actually put all of the ultimate only Devotion Shrines in normal. I could be wrong about that. No, I'm not. There it is. So pretty happy about that. That's a Devotion Shrine I don't have to hunt down later. Let's go for a run. We can get through here without getting killed. No problem. I don't think the pets take the damage from the floor either, which is nice. Okay. There we go. Giant's Blood rank up, and we're looking good. Now, the pets are all going to immediately die to the Herald of Flame. It's really kind of irritating, but it is what it is. So we'll be resummoning them a couple at a time. Try not to stand in the goop. Alright, we got him down. Pretty good damage. And we should be able to get him down before everybody dies, I hope. Of course they all run into melee range, you idiots. Yeah, that was me standing in goop. Okay, turns out I'm the idiot. There he goes, there's level 32. And that's a pretty good weapon to be using as well, so we'll grab that. We'll grab this Devotion Shrine, which actually we'll come back for that once I have all the pets out again. Warlord's Heavy Surcoat of something or other. Nature's Bounty, that's pretty good actually. Level 42, but maybe by the time we get there we'll still need it. Okay, quest complete. Exalted Stash collected. Devotion Shrine cleansed. Well, soon. There we go. And we're done out here. So, let's head back to Homestead. We'll turn this quest in. And then we are going to go and do a little bit of respecking. Because it is time to become a walking laser turret. Alright, don't need any of this. I'll hang on to that. So, the Warden's Judgment here, I'm going to keep this Wraithbound one, and we're going to lose... Sorry, I'm going to keep the Mage Storm. I'm going to lose the Wraithbound. And instead, we are going to... Why can't I use that? Spirit. See, I knew I would need some spirit. That should be enough. There we go. You know what? We'll put some more in spirit. Why not? So I do want to get my hands on that Arcane Blast proc. But I also really like the increased armor on Maven Sphere and the physical resistance on Spectral Binding. So I'm going to kind of just not, and it's going to be fine. So this stuff here is kind of, I want to use this, but I don't have the levels for it. I want to use this, I don't have the stats for it. 188 cunning. Eesh. I may not be able to use that, and that's fine. Right, let's head back to Devil's Crossing. And we have got some skill points to swap out. Also, don't need this, and that one can stay. Alright, in the Necromancer tree, we no longer need any of the pet stuff. I am going to keep Spectral Wrath. This is way too good to not use it, so we're going to keep that. And I'll probably take Yellow Omen at some point, but not for now. In Arcanist here, I'm going to keep 1 point in the Elemental Exchange. 1 point for now in Inner Focus. 1 point, 1 point. 1 point. 1 and 1. 1. Let's just go 10 for now. 1 here. 1 here. Now this one just... This one does increase the energy cost per second, so honestly it's much of a muchness. I'll need both at one point or another. I don't want to convert the Aether to Chaos this time, so let's get a few points in some of these skills. I do want to max that out, and then I think I'm going to max out the Aether Ray next. Alright, so we've got some new skills to play with. Albrecht's Aether Ray. Why do I still have Ray Skeletons? Oh, because I have a devotion bound to it. Let's put that on the Aether Ray instead. There we go. And then... okay. Pretty big laser beam. Right, so the Pulsing Shard here gives us more crit damage, gives us more damage, gives us a bunch of energy regeneration though, that's the important part, and reduces the skill cost of Albrecht's Aether Ray by 8%. The other good thing about this is it gives us lifesteal on Albrecht's Aether Ray. So even with all that, you'll notice the energy is definitely going down. So that is why we have Mana Infusion here. So Mana Infusion from the Bone Talisman. Oh no, I'm running out of energy. Oh, whatever will I do? Well, you push the Bone Talisman thing and then you still slowly run out of energy, but you can go for a little bit longer. So that's what that one's for. Alright, let's take this for a spin. One thing I do want to do is I definitely want to get a lot more points into Spectral Wrath. But it is what it is. Let's just have a quick look here. See if I can find any of those wonderful procs. It doesn't look like I can. I do also have some components I need to swap out, so keep the add-on here. Wrathstone, that flat Aether damage, I believe is not currently being added to Albrecht's Aether Ray. We will have to get, I think it's a Spellgaze helmet later, which will allow us to add weapon damage onto the Aether Ray, or it might be in Panetti's actually. Anyway, there's no weapon damage component for Albrecht's Aether Ray unless you have an item that adds it, and so any kind of attack damage converted to health doesn't apply to the Aether Ray. Any kind of flat Aether damage for example, from the Wrathstone, that doesn't apply either, but the percentage stuff does. So that's kind of nice. Don't actually need the poison on that helmet, so let's chuck that one on there. Keep this item. And then on my helmet, I can put maybe a runestone, maybe ectoplasm, so we can blast the beam for longer. Let's go see what kind of options we have. Also, like I said, got actually a lot of quests to go and turn in, so we should go and do that. Alright, start at the top. Farmers know Dayla's Diary, that's going to be Homestead. So we'll go turn this in. Dayla's up here. There we go, found your diary. I swear I didn't read it. I guess we'll grab these quests as well. How are we looking for Black Legion rep, actually? Can I buy any of your stuff yet? How about Respected? Decent ways to go, but this weapon, I guess that's level 50, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, well, it is what it is. Okay, that's not done, that's not done. Maneuver outside the Arcovian Undercity. I did the quest, okay? I did the quest. That counts. I should have gone back and turned this in when we got to Smuggler's Pass, but you know what? I did the quest, so it still counts. There we go. Alright, what else we got? Master Varuk, Calderos, no. Okay. How's Chaos Res? 50%, that is fine. We are going to Homestead. And we're just going to go for a run up to the Death's Vigil. So we'll just go try out the big laser beam. See how it feels. Spoiler alert, it's pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Let's see if we can't get a big crowd. If we can get a crowd together, that'd be great. Alright, here we go. There's a few. So basically, you just sweep the beam through things, and everything dies. It's pretty good. Kill the non-believer, they say, as they die. Boss damage should be pretty good as well, especially if you can convince them to stand still. So as you build up the Aether goop on the ground. There we go. The only issue, of course, is the AoE is kind of bad. But that is what it is. Anyhow, that's going to be the end of this episode, so thank you all very much for watching. Come back next time when we will use our laser beam to do Act 3 and 4. And yeah, bye for now.